things happening.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Do you want to take a look at the last one I have?
All right. Why not?
It's too long, I think, to read because I'm getting sick of this.
I'm going to power through this shit and speed read the crap out of it.
I think you should read it.
That's what I said. I am going to.
I am going to send you the link then.
I have about 6 stories open, but I need to pre-read them before we actually do them.
Oh, no. Go ahead and just whatever. Whip it out.
I have.
If you want to give me a link,
out.
that's fine too. Whatever,
just
whatever's
whip,
dumber.
No worries. Just whip it out.
I'm guessing that you probably have a story about someone just whipping it out.
I have no idea. Let's see. I'll read you the titles and we'll... Oh, okay. So one is called A Great and Powerful Romance. That one's probably about whipping it out. This one's about mishandled chemicals.
Ooh, that sounds promising. Is there fetishes?
It's only 10 lines long and they're very short, but it's probably also about whipping it out. A Naga in the Amazon, alienation, probably also about whipping it out.
Also promising.
Also promising. And then this one sounds great too. Remember I told you about this one. Teen Mom Wolf Edition.
How long is it?
It's about the same length as the one you just read, I think.
Okay, give me that link. Let's do some Teen Mom Wolf Edition.
Teen Mom Wolf Edition. It's too bad there's not 2 different dialogue options here.
I'm guessing that this is like a Teen Wolf fanfic.
Or Teen Mom, like 16.
No, but that's the joke, right? Get it? Because it's Teen Wolf. But instead
you assume that people are making jokes on this site.
Okay, maybe you're right. Maybe that's foolish. I'll let you read this, but let's see what categories it's in. It's in literature, fan fiction, general fiction. It starts with the word And if I read the bottom here's the description of this story. Warning! I don't understand what this means. Warning! This story contains the ship Sterec. Styles Stilinski X Derek Hale. If you do not like it, do not read it. I don't know what it is, so I can't tell you whether I like it or not.
I know, it's like, I haven't read it yet.
Information for this story. Oh, I think he means ship as in relationship. You know how like fan fiction guys will do the shipping? Where they like make relationships of characters in the show that don't have relationships? Does this make any sense to you at all?
No.
Okay, so like you'll get like an Invader Zim fan fiction. And what they'll do is they'll make like Gaz fall in love with Zim, and that's the ship. It's
so
like
they'll
the
call
Gaz
it like
Zim ship.
I
know. I agree with your noise that you just made. It's stupid as hell. I just happen to know what the word means.
Styles Stilinski.
I think what they did with Sterec is they combined the 2 names.
Oh, Styles
right,
and Derek.
So Styles and Derek. So you're gonna read some.
Oh, this is some man on man.
I was just about to say you might be about to read. Okay, well you picked it. So.
Oh, good. Well,
I had this in my notes for so long, trying to spit out a good amount of stories for you guys.
Great.
Please excuse any grammatical and spelling mistakes. I own none of these characters. The characters belong to the amazing Jeff Davis and MTV.
What?
I'm just borrowing them. Teen Wolf, yay!
Teen Wolf is an MTV owned thing?
Is there like a TV show or something? I haven't watched TV in like 10 years. I don't know.
I don't have a friggin' clue.
Okay, well, I will let you go at it, and I'll try to keep the scrolling caught up with where you're reading.
Okay. I don't know how to start this. It's like it's supposed to be a cutoff mom, but how do you
Wait, do you fill your own name in where it says name? Every time it says name, I think you have to say Rantis.
Oh god, all right. Wait. That's going to be so confusing because I don't think that's how it works. But let's do it.
Well, it looks like name is a female character, but, you know, I'll leave that up to you. It's your artistic choice.
Rantesia.
Rantesia.
It's the closest.
While you read this, I'm pouring another shot of whiskey because I'm pretty sure I'm going to need it.
Hold on, I need to drink some more of this beer first. So let's let the silence take the stage while people potentially pre-read this lovely massacre of words.
I could recommend Woodinville Whiskey Company, partially because they're local and mostly because they're available in Costco.
Also good. I like them too.
Yes. And their bottle is actually very clever. So when you're done drinking the whiskey, you can like use it as a decorative element in your house.
You can if you're that classy, or if you're like Flaky Rat, you use it to store other things.
Hey, I
like
spent fucking $45 on this goddamn whiskey. I'm using the bottle.
Touched on a soft note there. All right. Without further ado, Mom. Hey, Mom. Rantis opened her eyes, and a bright sunlight streamed into her and Derek's bedroom. Thankfully, Isaac's head was blocking the view. The harsh glare of the light.
I think you
what?
a word.
I'm trying to read this literally. It's hard to do.
I know, but that's the old internet joke. I think you a word.
Yep.
Yes, anyway.
She sat up, letting the covers fall down to her hips.
Ooh.
And rubbed at her eyes. So
this is
that's
sexy Teen Wolf mom.
I guess. So I'm guessing Isaac's her son and is now getting full view of the breasticles.
Oh God.
She knew
of
it.
Rantis's breasticles. Anyway,
that's disturbing.
Oh, maybe she needs a different name.
All right. I think. No, at this point, I'm committed. It's only been one time, but I'm committed. All right. She knew it must have been at least 10 a.m. considering Derek's warm mass was vacant from her bedside.
Wait.
What?
Is Derek the son?
No, I think that's her husband.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay,
that's confusing. Sorry. Isaac is the son.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, sorry.
What's up, pup? Rantis asked softly. If she didn't notice Isaac's eyes glistening before, she sure did now. Isaac, honey, what's wrong? Rantis asked worriedly. Her pack mother instincts kicking in. Yep, I have all those pack mother instincts. Well, I was outside with Jackson and Boyd at 10 a.m., and we were messing around, and Jackson locked me in the shed and wouldn't let me out all before 10 a.m. This seems likely on a Saturday. Isaac explained, tears spilling over.
Maybe it happened on Friday and he just held the news up.
It's quite possible. How did he get out then? I mean, really?
I bet we're going to see some man-on-man action in this shed.
I think so, too. Or wolf on wolf. Rantis immediately... What?
No, Isaac wasn't one of the people in the... Derek was one of the people in the ship, but Isaac was not.
Yeah, that's really confusing,
Yeah, sorry. Anyway.
It's confusing. I don't know. Rantis immediately took Isaac into her arms, letting the boy collapse against her. She rubbed his back and whispered reassuring words into his ears, and Isaac wiggled into bed next to her, curling up on his side.
How old is Isaac?
I don't know.
Okay.
Hopefully not old enough for this to be super disturbing.
Wait, he goes to sleep? Sorry, I'm reading ahead. Keep going.
Very long for the harsh sniffles to turn into soft snores. Rantis waited 10 minutes before slipping from bed, throwing on a pair of sweatpants and one of her tank tops, marching down the steps. See, so she didn't have anything on prior to this, I'm telling you.
How did he go to bed at 10 a.m.? Like, go to... Oh, never mind. Whatever.
I don't, because he was locked in a shed all night, is what we've determined.
Oh, maybe that's it. Maybe he was locked in the shed until like 9:30, and then he got out, and then he went to see his mom, and he hadn't slept all night.
Yep.
Okay.
Scott and Stiles were sitting on the ground and... Wait, isn't Stiles one of the people that's supposed to be in this relationship? Derek and Stiles?
Yes. I had to scroll down, but it is Derek and Stiles, yes.
That's... weird. Scott and Stiles were sitting on the ground in front of the TV playing one of the thousands of violent video games they owned, much to Derek's dismay.
Little political commentary there.
Yeah. They instantly noticed her presence without looking away from the screen. They both muttered a morning mom in her direction. Morning? Where's Jackson? Outside, I think, getting his tan on. Stiles responded before going back to mashing at his controller's buttons. Rantis had her outside and found Jackson sitting on one of the lawn chairs. Seriously, who is so lazy they can't just pick a fucking random name? They have to type out... It's more work to type the friggin' parentheses around name than it is to pick a goddamn random name.
I bet he had his own mom's name in there, and he's like, oh shit, I can't upload it like this. Did a find and replace.
I guess. Rantis headed outside and found Jackson sitting on one of the lawn chairs, feet kicked up and sunglasses covering his eyes. Jackson, come here. Rantis ordered, his tone harsh.
Wait! Are there two different names?
This is a very gender-bent comic, apparently.
What the fuck? What, did I miss something? What happened in the last three paragraphs? Oh,
calling myself Rantis apparently changed my sex in the story, too. It's pretty amazing.
That is amazing.
Yeah, it was a pre-written story, as if they knew. Jackson obediently stood up, still looking his cocky self, and walked over to his mother. I am so disappointed in you.
Notice how mother is now in scare quotes. I think he is aware that the gender changed.
Yeah, I am so disappointed.
Your quote-unquote mother.
Yeah,
scary guy dressed like your mother. Anyway.
For what? Jackson raised an eyebrow. For locking your brother in the shed. You know his past, Jackson. You know that stuff scares him, and he was yelling at you to let him out, and you didn't? Wait, that never came up in the thing this morning. So
Aren't
apparently,
these guys werewolves?
Yeah, can't they just dig themselves out? I don't know a clue what's
well,
going
wouldn't
on.
they be a little tougher than being afraid of being in a shed for a couple hours?
You'd think. Isaac woke up, bawling his eyes out. He was petrified. What?
No, that's canon,
me up.
see? Because he fell asleep in the shed and then woke up at 10.
No, he woke me. Yeah.
Oh, woke me up. Oh, I read that wrong. Yeah, you're right. Okay, that. Yeah.
If you ever think about doing.
Oop, I lost you. Did you hit mute?
Ahem.
That's the problem of recording these after so much alcohol. You might accidentally hit mute.
It's possible. Things happen. Crap, where was I?
You were at, if you ever think about doing something so stupid like that again, I will not hesitate to neuter you. Okay, that's where you were. You were at the neutering line.
Oh, wow. Good thing I'm glad I let you read that.
Yeah.
Jackson's face fell and he nodded dumbly, apparently, shrinking back from Rantis's glare. When he wakes up, you're gonna have one hell of an apology ready. You will not have access to your car, your computer, or the TV for 3 days, and trust me, I'm being a whole lot nicer than your father would. Rantis informed. Period. Rantis informed. Period. Yeah. Good.
Oh, there's a period inside the quotes, too. That is confusing.
Yeah,
so the entire sentence is just Rantis informed. I got you.
Yep, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Jackson looked horrified at the thought of Derek punishing him. He retreated to his room. If he had a tail, he would have tucked it between his legs. If you're wondering why Rantis was highly respected through the Hale house, or why the betas came to her for help with locating lost items, or why... This is a run-on sentence. Good God.
Yeah, but Rantis is a she again, so there's that
right.
At least.
It's simple. Rantis is Derek Hale's alpha of the pack mate. That is... okay.
First of all, I wasn't wondering any of these things.
I wasn't either.
Yeah.
It automatically ranks her above everyone else, perfectly fitting right next to the alpha himself, Pack Mom and Pack Dad. Also weirdly split out in sentences. Rantis went back to the house, making a beeline for the kitchen and then the coffee pot, which she was pleased to find a fresh brew because her children apparently make her coffee. What the fuck?
Well, maybe Derek did it.
Right. She whistled a tune and went about getting herself a hefty mug of Morning Miracles. Never heard coffee referred to as that. Hey, Mom, asked Erica. God damn, are these people must be Mormons. Seriously. How many kids do they have?
Yeah, wait. No, we have Isaac. And then we have the kid who locked him in the shed.
And then the two brothers who were playing video games. And then Erica.
And now Erica. So that's at least 5.
Yep. I think that, yeah.
And the funny thing is, if we watched this TV show, we'd get this all. We'd know everything about it.
Of course. Rantis hummed, pouring creaming.
You picked a pretty good story.
All right. Are you all right? She asked you.
Thank God the word pouring is there.
Her head's going a little bit in the gutter. That's for sure. Yeah, I'm fine. Why? Rantis asked curiously. You smell kind of sick. Sorry, that's pretty terrible too.
It's from the creaming.
Erica informed. Wait, what? They again separated the period and shit out into weirdly. Erica informed, tilting her head to the side, smelling the air once and more.
That kind of resembles a sentence.
No, it doesn't.
It's like just missing a subject. It has everything else, I think. No, it's missing an object. It has anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't have anybody acting or being acted on. No, I'm pretty sure Rantis wasn't able to finish the sentence when she broke into a coughing fit, leaning against the counter to keep her steady. Erica was at her side in a second. The other wolves wandering in, trying to act like they were just hanging out and not coming to check on Rantis. Maybe you should go rest, Isaac said. His eyes... Wait, Isaac is awake?
Yeah, when did Isaac wake up? Wasn't that a plot point that he had to be apologized to when he woke up?
Yeah, what the fuck? And all of a sudden he's inside the same room, magically all of a sudden, just as his mom starts coughing.
Did you know you're only like halfway through this thing?
That's disturbing. But the rest of them are all one-sentence paragraphs for some goddamn reason.
Okay, well, there you go. Whatever.
Blah, blah, blah. Erica was at her side in a second. The other wolves wandering in. Oh, I already read that. Maybe you should go rest. Blah. No, Styles wanted chocolate chip pancakes for his breakfast, Rantis replied, shaking her head. They can wait. Scott and I can make them, Styles said. And Rantis laughed at the thought, but began coughing again, her stomach flipping around.
Her stomach flipping around.
It's good.
Good imagery there.
Yep. Mom, go back to bed. Do you need medicine? If you're gonna puke, you should do it on Jackson. Shut up, Stalinsky? Who's Stalinsky? Guys, Rantis shouted suddenly, causing everyone...
Stalinsky is part of the whole love thing, isn't he? Style Stalinsky.
Yeah, isn't he one of the kids who was playing video games?
Is he a neighbor kid, maybe? Okay, I don't... You know what? I've never watched the show that this is a fan fiction of, and I don't give a shit.
I don't know either. I'm fine, seriously. Just have a cold, that is all. Now get out of here. Shoo, she said, motioning to the door. The wolves reluctantly backed off and went back to what they were doing before that. I think before that was probably more than enough. Rantis just finished whipping up the batter for the pancakes when suddenly a dizzying feeling came over her. She tried to blink away and was served in creating a headache. The spatula dropped from her hand and she collapsed into someone's arms. Okay, that's weird. She furrowed her eyebrows. Who caught her? She thought the wolves were all in the living room. Her vision cleared and Derek's concerned face was looking down at her. Uh-oh, she mumbled. Uh-oh is right, Derek replied, scooping her up from his arms up her seat. Are you stupid pushing yourself like this when you're feeling sick? Derek rumbled. Blah, 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 blah. All right, this is getting very long.
It's really boring. What the fuck? So guess what's happened so far? So a kid gets stuck in a shed, and then the mom found the guy who did it and said, you need to apologize. And then he didn't apologize, apparently, because we skipped that. And then she feels sick. And it's like, we've read
suddenly
we've read like 20 paragraphs, and that's all that's happened. If this was like a fucking like Orson Scott Card book, they'd be freaking in space shooting lasers by now.
Probably, yeah, or taking over planets and, I don't know, doing all kinds of crazy shit. This is kind of disappointing.
Let's hope it gets better.
I wouldn't count on it. But, alright, let's keep going. Okay. Oh, did you know that making pancakes... Oh, no, never mind. Sorry. It says wasn't a grueling task. I was going to say, it was such a grueling task making those goddamn pancakes. Each one of them weighed 100 pounds, and I had to flip them with my forklift.
I think this author, you should respect whoever it is by reading the words as they are written.
Okay. Are you stupid? Pushing yourself like that when you're feeling sick, Derek grumbled, carrying Rantis up into their room. She didn't bother pointing out that making pancakes wasn't a grueling task. Derek was overprotective and sometimes possessive. It was pointless to try and argue with him about it. She humored him and let him carry up the steps and tuck her into bed. It was ridiculously domestic, but Rantis could care less. She'd rather be soaking up Derek's attention than running through the woods trying not to die.
That's an interesting choice. Where did that come in? Okay, so
normally when have a cold, I try not to run through the woods dying either.
So you have two choices. You can lie in bed or you can run through the woods trying not to die from what? Wood disease?
Sudden death syndrome, obviously.
Maybe like you run until your heart explodes? Whatever.
Could be. I'm sick, not dying, Regis informed Derek when Derek told her he'd make soup. I know that, but he trailed off, scrubbing his nails through his hair.
I'd also like to point out that it's still breakfast time, right?
Yes.
Soup for breakfast.
Fuck yeah. Also, that means his nails were dirty as shit, and he's just like, yeah, let me get the fucking dirt out right into my hair. Just like, oh yeah, right like that.
He's a werewolf, so I think he'd have claws or something, wouldn't he?
Well, he's in human form, clearly.
Oh, well, who knows?
Derek, Rantis said softly, patting the spot on the bed next to her. The wolf reluctantly sat down and let Rantis snag her arm around him, pulling him back so his head was pillowed on her stomach. What's the matter? She asked, running her fingers through his soft black hair. It's nothing, he muttered stubbornly. I call bullshit. Come on, what's wrong? It's just... It was a long time ago.
Oh, thank God the end is in sight.
That doesn't make it any less important. Cora got really sick one time, and even with her healing factor, she just didn't get better. And I thought she was going to make it through the... I thought she wasn't going to make it through the night. Rantis listened quietly. I don't want to lose you, was all Derek informed. Sorry, but you're stuck with me. Okay. Not saying who that's from is like, what?
What does this have to do with the Stiles and Derek relationship?
I don't have a fucking clue.
We're like 85% through and they haven't even interacted with each other.
By the way, Stiles is totally her son, which is even more disturbing.
Yeah, so it's the son-dad.
Yeah, Stiles... That's really weird.
But Stiles has a different last name, right? Because it's not Stiles Hale, it's Stiles Stalinsky.
Yeah, that's
so
weird.
Maybe it's not... Well, whatever. Again, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, but here's the weird part. Okay, so Stiles chose that moment to poke his head through. So, this is totally adorable and all, but Scott and I tried to finish the pancakes. Dad, you're gonna need a new stove again. So apparently they ruined it more than once because they suck at cooking.
Wait, how?
Pancakes.
Pan? I mean, you can ruin a pan by just turning the heat on and just leaving it sitting there without any water or anything in it, and it'll eventually melt.
Well, they thought you make pancakes with hydrofluoric acid. I mean, that's obvious.
I mean, how do you even damage a stove? With a hammer, maybe.
They thought the pancakes had to be tenderized.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sure, why not?
Derek looked up at the ceiling as if praying for God to kill him, and then...
after reading this story, I'm praying for God to kill me.
Me too. Stiles, can you have Scott... Wait, you can have Scott exactly 5 seconds to run... Oh.
No, you read that wrong. It's Stiles, you can Scott have exactly. Oh, it doesn't make sense no matter how you read it. But...
that's probably you and Scott, so he's gonna kill him.
Oh, okay.
Without any hesitation, Stiles took the steps, yelling for Scott. Derek sat up and pressed his lips against Rantis's, smoothing her hair back. Don't go too hard on them, she grinned. Just toss them in the pool is all. Okay. And that's the end.
Why would you write this?
I don't have a fucking...
Nothing even fucking happens.
This is like that movie with Jet Li, Hero, where it's like the end is exactly the same as the beginning, so nothing in the plot actually happens. It's like there's a lot of explanation.
No. I mean, I get what you're saying, but Hero was good.
Yeah, better than this. That's for sure.
Ass cancer is better than this. I'm sorry, this is... Oh my God. I don't even get where the ship comes in. Like, why does it matter Okay, this story contains the ship Sterec, Styles, and Derek. They don't even interact with each other.
No,
it doesn't contain a relationship between the two.
Right. Well, didn't you know that ruining the kitchen, that's the foundation for every great relationship?
There's one line. That's the only fucking one and only line where one of those characters talks to the other. How is that a relationship? I want to know.
Yeah, it's a relationship, clearly, by everybody's standards.
Oh, man. This one just kind of made me mad. That's some nice furry art and that related to deviations.
It was bad. Arguably terrible.